Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Branch, the art teacher. And again, we're here to draw some more pictures. And let's see, our last one was iguana. So I'm going to the letter J and we're going to do a jaguar. Now, let me share my screen because when I started coloring my jaguar, which I still could have did a better job after I colored it, I said, wait a minute. What is the difference between a jaguar, a leopard, a cheetah, and a panther? Because they all have the same kind of spots. Well, why were they different? What was the difference between their spots? So I had to go find it. Uh-oh, I lost the page. What is it? What is? There we go. Let's see. I have to go back. There we go. All right, so let me share my screen real quick. All right, so let's see, didn't click share. Share. All right, so there we are. Which screen are we on? Are we on the screen? Let me stop share. Hold on, let me make sure. Share. Normally I pop up right beside it. There we go. Share. All right, well, here we have, it says a cheetah. Let me go continue reading. A cheetah spots seem to be all brown. Let me zoom in. Yeah, there we go. And then the leopards don't seem to be all connected. But then when you look at a cheetah spots, they are bigger. I mean, a jaguar spots, they seem to be bigger. They have little dots on the inside. And then some other difference, a cheetah has these tear lines and a leopard, let's see, what else did it say? Okay, that jaguars are stockier and more muscular than leopards and cheetahs. And plus you can see the difference in their spots. So that's what I learned because I wanted to know what was the difference. And yes, this cheetah does look like heavier than this leopard and this cheetah. All right, so, and then yes, some panthers can have spots and they didn't add that in this one, in this question. But anyway, let me stop sharing my screen and let me pin my other camera so you guys can see. All right, so I drew a kind of a cutesy looking jaguar, which it looks like I could have added. Let me look at that picture again. Probably added some whiskers. Yeah, probably should have added some whiskers on here. Oh, that pen is not doing so good. Let me do some here. All right, so it's kind of like a big cat. Anyway, let me go ahead and get started so that you guys can see. And of course, we're going to start with the letter J. So let me get a paper and I have my paper here so you guys can see. Let me see. I put this in here in the picture. All right, I'll have it here off to the side a little bit. There we go. All right, so we're going to start with the face right here, and we're just going to make just a letter J on our paper. And you can bring that J up some more if you want. And right here, where some of the J's have a top, it's called a serif at the top, we're just going to make a little serif and make it go off to the side. Now we're going to do another J, and we're going to make this one backwards. So then it's going to touch this other J. So now it looks kind of like a W. And we're going to put a little serif off to the side. Now let's go in and do the nose. So right here where the two J's meet, I'm going to put a little V, like so. And I better tilt my paper a little bit because you know I'm left-handed and my hand tends to get in the way. Now the top of the nose waves a little bit. So it's kind of like a heart or a number 3 without the little pointy part. So there we have the top of the nose. And if you want, you can go ahead and color that nose in. Or you can color it in later. Now, they have like the little cheeks right here. So I'm just going from this, I'm just going to draw a curved line here and here. And then I'm going to put a row of dots. This is where the whiskers come out. Just some dots in a row. And do the same on this side. So now let's go up to the eyes. And what I'm going to do is turn this little line into a C. So I'm going to start on that line and come back to this J. We'll make it a C. And I'm going to do a backwards C over here. Or it looks like a sideways U. And then at the top, I'm going to make a curved line for the eye. And then I'm going to make another one inside each one. And now I'm going to just color in this area in between those two circles or semicircles, because they're not a full circle. Semicircle is half of a circle. So now I have the eyes done. Now let's do the top of the head. The top of the head is pretty much just a curved line. We're going to do the curved line, then we'll bring down the side. Oh, before we can do that, we got to do the mouth. So right here at the bottom, let's just add a curve or a C or a semicircle, however you want to call it. They're all correct. Now, let's add in the top. So now we can go up here and add a curve at the top of the head, or the top of the head. And we're just going to bring these curves in. We're going to bring it in. It's like making a big C, but we want it to be more at an angle to come down into that cheek. So I'm just going to bring it in to make the face kind of skinny. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Bring it in so the face gets kind of skinny. So now let's go on the ears. So the ears is going to be kind of like, I can start like upside down J, but I'm going to keep going. So it's more like upside down U. Same thing on the side. There's my J, but if I keep going, it now becomes a U. Then I'm going to add another J and another J to make the ears have a little more volume, make them look thicker. And if you want, or you can use a marker, a different color marker later, you can put some little tufts of fur in the ears. Now, let's start on his body. Now, for his legs, we're going to make 2 more letter J's. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I have all these different alarms for different stuff I got to do. All right. So I'm going to start right here on like where the cheek would be. And I'm going to come down and make a long J. Well, this is a backwards one. No, this is a regular J. And then I'm going to make a backwards J. Oh, I made this one longer than I made this one. It looks longer. And so let's see. I'm going to make this sitting down. So I'm going to make, starting here, like an upside down J. And then I'm just going to make a curved line for its back. Now let's come back to the front legs. Let's bring this up a little bit. And bring this side up a little bit. Bring that J up a little bit more. And then let's see, I'm going to add some toes. Now, first, I added them on the outside. But if you want, you could just draw lines for the toes. But I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'll just add them like this. 2, 3, 4. Almost look like fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now I'm going to just draw a little line there the way his belly is. And I'm going to just draw a little curved line here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 little for his toes. And now let's see, I'm going to do an upside down J. And you can make it a kind of wavy J. And then I'm going to just follow that same J for his tail. So he got his tail up in the air. He's looking at something. He's curious. So now we're ready to add in our spots. Now, on my first one, first I colored the whole thing orange. And then I went back and added the spots. And then I got like the peach or tan color for the inside the ears. But when I'm looking at that picture, there's some lighter areas. So we could probably color the Jaguar yellow. Let me get a yellow marker. And then we can, let me find my yellow marker. We can go back in with some yellow orange or orange. Let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and start like with yellow. And I like to use the wide side and just make straight lines. And I'm gonna come up and down the whole body. Again, it doesn't have to be all the way colored because we're gonna add some more colors on here to make it look more realistic with the color. Now that I did all this yellow, it's looking more like a lion. All right, so now let me come in with some yellow. Let's see. Let me make my spots. Now, as we saw in the picture, the leopard spots are kind of big. And they close, and sometimes they have spots on the inside. So you could just take and they're not like any like perfectly round. So you can just make them however you want them, looking like rocks. And you don't have to put a spot in the middle if you don't want it, but if you can put one or two inside. And you can make them smaller. And you got space in between. Now, the ones on top of the head look more like just regular spots, but they're not perfect circles. So I'm just going to just make some all over the face, but there's none on the nose. So I'm gonna stop just before I get to the nose. And so I just randomly put spots anywhere you want. And let me make some more on the back. And I gotta do this leg and I gotta do the tail. All right, and so now let's see. I'll add some brown to these little tufts of hair here. And I'm gonna get my tan color or my peach color. I'm gonna go ahead and do the little fur around the mouth and the cheeks. Oh, and I forgot to do whiskers again. Let me go ahead and add in some whiskers. You don't have to add in many. There we go. And now I'm gonna go back in with my orange and just blend some of that in. I'm not gonna color all hard. Just kind of blend that in a little bit. But down here, I'm gonna go around my spots. They're gonna go in the spots because inside the spots, looking at the picture, actually, I got this reversed. Now I'm looking at it. The spots look darker. Uh-oh. Oh, well. This leopard, this jaguar, ha! Jaguar, Jaguar. His spots are going to be lighter than the area. I did it the wrong way. The spots were darker than the rest of the fur. So I started wrong. I'm going to finish wrong. Ah, but you know what? It's called artistic license. I could have made my leopard blue if I wanted to because I'm the artist and I get to choose what colors I want to use. I don't have to make it look realistic. And Miss Branch loves putting in something in the background so my leopard doesn't look like it's just floating in the air. So let's see. Let me since I have a brown here, I'm gonna just draw crooked lines, make it look like he's sitting on a rock. And then I could get my green and just do some trees and bushes. Matter of fact, I use this brown, make it look like some trees. And again, I don't have to fill it all in. I can just give the impression of trees. I don't have to make it look realistic. And I can even come in with a lighter green. I want to color them in. Just add in some more color. I can even mix in some more greens. I got some darker greens and some forest greens. But there we have our Jaguar made with a J. And we learned that the Jaguar is heavier and more muscular than a cheetah and a leopard, but their spots are different. But of course, mine is reversed. I colored it in reverse, but it's all right. Let me switch my cameras. So everyone, I will see you in the next video when we go to the letter K. I guess that'll be Monday's video. See you later, or whenever you get to see it.